Welcome to the National Product Catalogue Recipient GUI Helpful Hints tutorial. These are just some facts about the new system that we think will be helpful for you to know. So I'll log in and show you the first one. Accessing supplier data in the old GS1net. If a supplier had published anything to you, you could log into the system and view or download it. And if you wanted the data to flow out to your electronic mailbox, you would subscribe to a supplier catalogue. Here's the subscription screen. In the new GS1net, the National Product Catalogue, if a supplier publishes to you, you must subscribe to their catalogue to first get their data into your recipient GUI. In the new GS1net, it's the publication subscription match that delivers the data into your GUI. Let's go into the item list screen. To be able to see these items, these suppliers, or publishers, as we're beginning to call them, must have published to you, and you must have subscribed to their catalogues. We've got a total of 118 items in this recipient GUI, and we're viewing them 10 at a time, and I'm just changing that to see them 100 at a time. So now if you want the data and the updates to that data to flow out to your electronic mailbox, the items, and then by default their prices, must be synchronized. Now only M2M or machine-to-machine recipients need to synchronize their data. So items can be synchronized via the GUI. We'll just select one that's in the accepted state. And this is the synchronize icon here in the GUI. However, most M2M recipients will want all items synchronized with a supplier once they're live with that supplier. So your GUI has a built-in switch that GS1 can set that will automatically synchronize all items with the specified supplier. So you don't have to do this step manually via the GUI. So when you want to synchronize all items and prices with a supplier, please contact your data services advisor so they can do this for you. I'm just going to rearrange some columns of information here. A product hierarchy is the linked list of packaging levels. We'll just enter into the details of one item, and we can see the product hierarchy here, the linked list of GTINs that make up the product hierarchy. The published level or levels of a product hierarchy will always show their state. Let's have a look at the item state column. Synchronized is a state and a confirmation type as well. Note that all items and prices are first automatically accepted and show the state accept when first received into your recipient GUI. This is to be interpreted only as delivery to your GUI, and it doesn't imply commercial acceptance or agreement to the item or price. There's the auto accepts on those prices. So back to the item list. And note that a state of deleted does not mean that the item has been deleted from your GUI, but rather the supplier has unpublished it to you. Unless there are items in a supplier catalogue in which you have no interest in ever seeing, it makes good sense to subscribe to their whole catalogue. Subscribing at whole of catalogue level like this will allow everything they've published to you to come through into this, your recipient GUI. The data cannot flow out to your electronic mailbox, if you're M2M, unless it is subsequently synchronized. Let's just tidy up our desktop and open the item list. It's a good idea to customize your list layouts. So the recipient GUI is made up of lists of items, prices, and other things too, like price relationships and subscriptions. And whenever you're in a list, you can drag and drop the columns of data into your preferred sequence. But specifically in the item and price lists, you can save the layout so that whenever you log in again, it turns up the way you left it, and so it's intuitive to you. This can really help when you're looking at a lot of data. So I'm just resequencing my columns here. And I think I want the changed at field to be closer to the front, because I'm going to be perhaps sorting on the most recently changed items. Are there any other columns I'd like to bring to the front? No, I'm happy with what I've got. I'll just do a search to bring in some data under those columns. And let's bring the indicator as to whether there's prices against an item up to the front. Okay, I'm happy with that, so I'll save my layout. And that's how the columns will be presented to me the next time I log in. Similarly with the price list, I can resequence the columns. And also resize them. What else might I want to bring up to the front? Yes, their packaging level, the trade item hierarchy group. Just tidy that up. And I'm happy with my layout, so I'll save that. And I'd like to look at them 100 times. So I can do some sorting now on those columns that I've moved to the front. Now, a resend of item and price data. Sometimes M2M recipients occasionally require this, a resend of item and price files to their electronic mailbox. So in the new GS1net, this is done by resynchronizing the item or items, and their item and attached price data will be resent to you in XML format. There's the synchronization acknowledgement down the bottom. So that would trigger the messaging to be resent to your electronic mailbox. So that's all the helpful hints we have for you in this tutorial. As the National Product Catalogue user community continues to use the new system, new helpful hints will no doubt emerge, and we'll add them to this list of tutorials. So thank you for watching.